Okay, Ms. Brink, I can't see you at the moment.
You had no problem seeing me a moment ago, so you can look at my breasts, is that it? Would you step back and get out of my personal space? You're a pig.
Schizoaffective disorder, bipolar.
I understand that you proceeded in a court hearing without my legal representative. It's about my mental health, therefore it's about my medical record, therefore it's about...
Chelsey Brink is back, and boy oh boy was she a snot today. She started strong and got worse the longer the hearing went. It got so bad, the deputy at the jail had to escort her to isolation during the hearing. No worries though. Judge Hesselink finished without her. Today was about getting her help. Chelsey needs mental health treatment. The judge knows it, her lawyers know it, even she knows it when she's better and it's forced upon her. It's hard to do that in today's society, but this judge did what he could, sending her to a locked treatment facility for up to a year. Let's hope that does her some good. Let's roll, nerds.
Before we proceed, I would like to say that I do not want Larry Brown speaking and only Donna Hansel to be representing me. And I would just like to proceed with a guardian, and I'd like to name Jason Winowicki as my guardian for my mental health services. I've already said that once. I meant it.
Okay, Ms. Brink, I can't see you at the moment. Could you stand up so I can see you a little, please?
You had no problem seeing me a moment ago, but sure. So you can look at my breasts, is that it?
Ms. Brink, I appreciate it if you confine your comments to appropriate statements.
That is an appropriate statement.
I wanted to see your face.
You said you could see me and hear me.
Ms. Brink, step back. Step back right now. Step back against the door.
I did step back.
Thank you, Deputy.
How about you step back and get out of my personal space? This is my court hearing. You're a pig.
Ms. Brink, this is a court hearing, so you will conduct yourself as if it is a court hearing, which means you speak when it's your turn and you don't call people names.
I let you speak, and then I said before we begin, and you said go ahead and proceed. I heard you say it.
Ms. Brink,
so we haven't broken court law.
It's not your turn right now. All right.
Not now, it isn't.
Ms. Brucker, who do you want to testify first?
Dr. Gehrman.
Dr. Gehrman, could I swear you in if you'd raise your right hand, please? You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Just let me know if you need me to.
Sir, can you state your name for the record and spell your last name?
John D. Gehrman. Gehrman.
Okay. What is your occupation?
I'm an adult psychiatrist.
Okay. And do you have some training and other types of certificates in order to hold that position?
I have a research fellowship, clinical fellowship of 1 year in psychosis and schizophrenia.
Okay. And is a large portion of your practice dedicated to the field of psychiatry?
All of it.
Okay. Are you familiar with someone named Chelsey Brink?
Yes.
And did you conduct an examination of her recently?
Recently and several times before, yes.
Okay. When did you most recently see her?
November 13th from 10:40 a.m. until 11:12 a.m.
Okay. And where did that examination take place?
It was through telepsychiatry, Doxy, in Gaylord, Michigan. Gaylord, Michigan. Not Seagull Jail, I guess.
And you said you've examined her in the past?
It was in Gaylord office.
Okay. And you said you had examined her in the past?
Yes, I have.
And did you also review some of her past records as well?
I always do.
Okay. Do you believe that, does Ms. Brink have a diagnosis?
Yes, she does.
And what is that diagnosis?
Schizoaffective disorder, bipolar type, and post-traumatic stress disorder. And I also suspect a personality unspecified with antisocial traits, if not the entire antisocial personality disorder as well.
Okay. Do you believe that she's a person requiring treatment under the mental health code?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you base that diagnosis on? What observations and or opinions do you base that on?
evals and medical record, her past history of deviant behaviors and labile moods and psychosis.
Okay. How did Miss Brink present to you during your most recent examination of her?
She was irritable and had the thought process disorder, form of thought disorder, at times just nonsensical and perseverating over minutia. And
You understand that you proceeded in a court hearing without my legal representative?
Ms. Brink, this is not your time to talk.
It's my court hearing. It's about my mental health, therefore it's about my medical record, therefore it's about...
And just like she, and loud and easily agitated. And she did reveal she had partial insight at the time that she has a history of suicidal, chronic suicidal ideation and suicide attempts and wanting to walk into traffic. But she had minimal insight whatsoever regarding her diagnosis or condition, excepting the condition that she suffers from bipolar spectrum / schizoaffective disorder.
Okay. Did you discuss with her any treatment plan and whether she would be compliant with the treatment plan?
Yes, yes, I have. I always, we've done that before. She's on the long-acting injectable, and she should remain on that. But she should also take she needs to take the oral medications as well. But the long-acting injectable is crucial. Without that injectable, she will degenerate. There will be progressive brain atrophy. There will be a risk of incarceration. There she is. There's a risk of suicide, of high suicide behaviors, and she has that. There's a risk of homelessness, and I think she's been homeless before. So there's a risk of substance use disorder, alcoholism. So without that LAI, that long-acting injectable in treatment, there's risks for the above. Significant risks.
Did she express any willingness to participate in her treatment plan voluntarily?
No. Yes, she did. She does not want to participate. Meds don't do much for me.
Is that what she said?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe that she has a difficulty with attending to her basic physical needs as a result of her mental illness?
The difficulty, right, is there when she's in a psychotic manic state, as now, and she is now. That's the difficulty. Otherwise, if she's properly adequately treated and interepisodic, I don't see a problem. She should be fine with basic needs. But she has to we have to avoid these episodes.
Okay. Are you recommending hospitalization or outpatient treatment?
She's in jail right now, so I'm not recommending anything. She's safe in jail, but I recommend AOD to continue the involuntary treatment or the ACT, a sort of a community.
Okay.
I'm sorry, doctor. Let me interrupt for just one moment. If we could unmute the jail for just a minute. Deputy, yes, I noticed that Ms. Brink left the area where she was being recorded. Could you tell me what happened there, please?
Yes, sir. She's in here kicking the Polycom. She's getting very upset at what she's hearing. Her emotions are getting out of control. And with her kicking the Polycom, I put her back in the max cell as of right now. So
All right.
She kicked
I'm
the
gonna
door
ask
at
you-
least. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate what you did. Thank you very much for doing that. I'm probably going to ask you in a minute or two if she has settled down. If you could go check if she's settled down. I'd like to bring her back and have her available to answer some questions of, or at least make a statement to me about what she wants to have done. But for now, thank you very much for that update. So Ms. Brucker, go ahead and continue with the doctor. Sorry about the interruption.
Dr. Gehrman, you completed the clinical certificate that outlined the results of your examination. Is that correct?
Yes.
And on it, it looks like under number 4, you checked that you're recommending a combination of hospitalization and assisted outpatient treatment up to a year AOT. Is that correct?
Yes.
I don't have any other questions for him.
Ms. Hansel, any questions for this witness?
Yes, sir. It's my understanding, doctor, that if Ms. Brink were taking her injectable appropriately and then her oral medications appropriately, it's your belief that she could function on a normal basis or close to that?
Yes, the problem is she never seems to be around to be on that inadequate amount of time because she always has partial breakthrough symptoms also.
Okay. And do you believe, I think I'm understanding your report, but do you believe that if she does not take these medications, that she would be a threat or of harm to herself or to other people?
Well, she said herself she's always thinking about walking into traffic, Ms. Hansel, and she's made threats, if I'm not mistaken, verbal threats, serious threats to the director of ACT. And what don't you understand about the report, if I may ask?
To tell you the truth, I was having a little bit of problem reading your handwriting, and I'm not a medical person, so I think I understood it, but it's I just wanted a couple of things clarified.
Okay, ask.
Okay, all right. So do you believe, okay, you mentioned
There's in the
hospital.
middle of the page, if you can see bipolar, question mark, no. No insight. Schizophrenia, no.
Okay.
Meds don't do much for me. Suicidal ideation, yes. Walking into traffic, those are the pertinent ones.
Okay, I understand. Do you believe that hospitalization should be that should be something that's looked at right now, like she needs to have that immediately, or can you tell?
Actually, seeing her right now, the way she's presenting right now, yes, I think she should be hospitalized or carefully observed there, perhaps even put on 15-minute watch or a watch for suicidality.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay. Have you had a long time relationship with her? Like, have you been seeing her over a matter of years, or do you know?
I've seen her since April of 2024. Once, twice, 3, 4, 4 times.
Okay.
For med reviews in ACT, and also a couple of times such hearings as this. But she's also refused to see me a couple of times as well. She was uncooperative, so at least 6 times. 6 attempts, 4 times, 2 other attempts.
So, do you believe at this point in time, if she's demanding a trial, do you believe she'd be competent to be in a trial? Would she be competent enough that she could assist her attorney in representing her?
About though, right?
Pardon me, I'm sorry.
this hearing is not about the competency, though, is it?
No, I'm just her lawyer, and I'm trying to line this up with whatever's in her best interest. So I'm
not sure I would reval her, you know.
Okay.
Need a
All
thorough psychological exam as well.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. That's all I have for now.
Are you familiar with Chelsey Brink?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you file this petition for continuing mental health treatment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And have you met with Ms. Brink in the past? Are you familiar with her?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And why did you file this petition? What facts or observations led you to do that?
I filed 3 notifications of noncompliance in the last 6 months due to missed appointments and or missed appointments, basically. And so basically she hasn't been able to be compliant with her treatment order as it is.
Okay.
So continuation made most sense to me, yeah.
Okay. So she has not been taking her medication, following through with any of the services that you've been offering?
Her medication has been administered. It's an injectable. The weekly counseling and contacts that we have been attempting to have with her to help her with homelessness, to help her find a place to live, to basically help her stabilize, she has actively avoided any type of outpatient help. She did come for her injection because she knew if she didn't, that the police would pick her up, and the police did bring her in for that injection.
Just based on your experience with her and your observations, is Ms. Brink able to care for herself?
Absolutely not.
Okay, and why do you say that?
As I just said, she's unable to recognize the need for treatment, inability to even participate in her own care for applications to Social Security, applications for state benefits, applications for, there's a lot. She's actively avoiding help.
Okay. And do you agree with Dr. Gehrman's recommendation of combined hospitalization and assisted outpatient treatment order for up to a year?
100%.
Okay. And do you know where her hospitalization would occur if that is what occurs? The way it works at this point is while she's in jail, it's not likely to happen. But should she be released for some reason and she has some psychiatric episode in the community, she would be taken to OMH or whatever the nearest emergency department is, screened for her appropriateness for psychiatric hospitalization, and then the first bed that is found, whichever psychiatric hospital within the state of Michigan that is, that's how that process goes. She is also on the state psychiatric hospital list, but she hasn't been called for that yet. She's been on that for approximately 6 months. Okay. Anything else you'd like to inform the court of?
No, ma'am.
All right. I don't have any other questions for you.
Thank you.
Ms. Hansel, do you have any questions for this witness?
Well, you said she's getting the injectables. Is that, is she routinely getting those, or is that very sporadic? And
it's been sporadic. It's when we can locate her. She moved to Flint for a period of time. She's moved about to Petoskey for a period of time. Like I said, she is actively avoiding mental health treatment.
I have no other questions. Thank you.
Ms. Hansel, are there any witnesses or evidence that you want to have? And I'll bring your client back in just a minute to see if she's going to be able to continue to participate with us.
Thank you. I have no other witnesses, Your Honor. No.
All right, if we could you to jail again. Deputy, is there someone there at the jail that we can speak to?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Deputy. Have you had a chance to see whether or not Ms. Brink has settled down at all?
I let my partner ask her. She escalated again. If you would like for the court, I will ask one more time.
I'd like to have her say whatever she wants to say, but I want to make sure that she's safe and that you are safe when she's doing that. So if you could ask her, tell her that the court wants to hear from her, but she has to calm herself down in order to do that, and then bring her in if she's able to calm herself down, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Your Honor. She's making demands to where she don't want to be interrupted or asked anything. And she's just escalating from 0 to 100 right now. So that's where we're at. We're not gonna, I'm not bringing her in here. So.
All right, I appreciate that. I just wanted to give her that opportunity, and I do appreciate your attempt to help me with that. And again, I want to make sure that everybody's safe there, and I don't think she would be at this point, so I agree with your assessment. So thank you very much.
All right, sir. You're welcome.
All right. Ms. Bruker, is there anything else, any closing argument that you wish to make?
Other than I just asked the court to grant the relief that's been requested.
All right. Ms. Hansel, any argument that you have?
Just to advise the court, I did have contact with her yesterday.
Yeah.
And she was verbally very combative and insisted on having a trial. So that was where we left it, is that she wanted a trial. And she doesn't feel that she needs the assistance of the court or any type of mental health assistance. She thinks she's doing fine. And she regrets that she ever had agreed at some point in time. Apparently, she agreed for services at some point in time. She regrets doing that. So I don't have, I don't have any plan here, Your Honor. So I would appreciate any direction from the court as well. I certainly will attempt to represent her as best as I can, but she became combative and very verbally derogatory toward me.
Thank you, Ms. Hansel. I think your representation of Ms. Brink was fine. Ms. Brink has a history with the court of being exactly how you saw her today and exactly as how you saw her yesterday, and that is likely as a result of her mental illness, which is uncontrolled or not sufficiently controlled at this time. So the court will find that proper notice was given. Ms. Brink was given an opportunity to be here, that the hearing was held without a jury because it was not specifically requested ahead of time and properly requested. She was represented by counsel. We heard the testimony of Dr. Gehrman as well as of Mr. DeMarche, and there is clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Brink is a person requiring treatment because she has a mental illness, and her judgment is so impaired by that mental illness that she lacks the understanding of the need for treatment, and that causes her to demonstrate an unwillingness to voluntarily participate in or adhere to that treatment, which is necessary, and on the basis of competent clinical opinion of Dr. Gehrman, to prevent relapse or harmful deterioration of her condition. And she presents a substantial risk of significant physical harm to herself or to others based on her suicidal ideation and her refusal to engage in proper treatment, and her then combativeness, which was very clearly evident even in court today, and her unwillingness to cooperate with jail staff by trying to damage the Polycom equipment and then escalating every time she was given an opportunity to come back into the courtroom. So it's very clear to me that she is a person requiring treatment, and that we will enter an order that she receive a combined hospitalization and assisted outpatient treatment for up to 365 days, with initial hospitalization up to 60 days. She received assisted outpatient treatment for no longer than a year, and that be supervised by North Country Community Mental Health and include all services recommended by the treatment provider, including medications, injectables, and dissolvables, blood and urinalysis testing to determine compliance and effectiveness of medication, individual therapy, certain community treatment services, and any other services necessary to assist her in her individual living and functioning in the community, including complying with individualized treatment plan, mental health provider as deemed clinically appropriate, attend all appointments, and take medications as prescribed. If she refuses to comply with psychiatrist's order for hospitalization, a peace officer may take her into protected custody for that purpose, and I will sign that order today. Thank you all very much. That will conclude today's hearing.
Thank you.
Thank you.